Okay, go.
I want to talk about how we came to be Homo sapiens. We came from fish.
What?
Technically speaking, we came from amoebas. Those little ass things. I don't know what they are. I just know that we came from amoebas. Because
Was it that ugly caterpillar thingy that was like,
they're like little
that looks like Charlene with
like,
the
I think
eyebrows?
they're like single cell organisms or something. But we're made up of all these cells, right?
Yes.
And we've developed from fish because Earth used to be like water, like all water, and so there's only fish. Well, when land starts, hey, land ho, popping up and stuff, fish start to swim by, and there's this one fish who started flopping in the mud and crawling, and so that fish turned in, it mutated. These cells, these little cells. I mean, because when you think about it, when you go back into time, into the universe, when the dust clouds were forming the earth and everything, and all this energy from the Big Bang, all this energy, blah, these chemicals, these elements mixing, somehow life was created. It was in the right time, the right place, and it was created. These single cell organisms, or whatever you want to call them. And they grow. They grow. But I don't know why they grow. I think that's the big question in science, why we're developing into the way we are. But anyways, the fish turned into, these mammals, whatever, birds, mammals, what the fuck ever, okay? We ended up like this. We came from monkeys, or so they say, like, which I believe.
I thought we came from fish.
Well, we didn't come from fish. Fish developed into monkeys eventually. Our brain size is the biggest brain out of every species on this planet.
Even a whale?
A whale's brain I don't know its size, but if you say that it's bigger, sure, it might be bigger, but relative to its body size, it's not as big as ours. Our brain literally takes up, like...
So what they say about aliens is true. They got those big ass heads.
I don't know. But what the fuck am I saying?
Talking about guppies and
Guppies?
Nemo. Do you have Nemo in your ass still?
Nemo? No, I walked home from work and it rained and Nemo, he got vicious in my butt crack. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is that we came from these fish, and through this time. And listen, the thing is, like, why are we developing into smarter and more sophisticated human beings? Like, why are we? What is our goal? What is our purpose? Are we getting more intelligent to discover something, to discover ourselves, or are we just these amoebas developing to get stronger and stronger to live off, to colony, to populate the universe? Why would we do that? What is the purpose? Like these fish, they go in the ocean, swim around. Actually, they were born in the ocean, go in the ocean. They say like they fucking live in a house and like, hey, see you later, hon. I'll be back. I'm going in the ocean. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Present day. That's not how whales work either in their mouth.
So do you think there's a possibility of mermaids?
I mean, it would make sense if we came, honestly.
Because if we were a fish, if you really think about it, the process of turning into a human, we would have to be half of half.
Well, half of half. No, I think the
You get it? Half and half the body of a human, half of a fish, motherfucker. Alright, it's like half and half that you put in your coffee, bitch.
Listen, mermaids, I think that if they were real, they would not look as aesthetically beautiful as we like to think that they are.
No. Hands down, because if you were to live in the ocean, you gotta think about it. What sea animal actually has hair?
Exactly.
What animal actually has hair? Not even that. Because of the water and because of how tainted it is and how tainted it was back then, around the time that people were spotting these mermaids, they're saying that they had long hair. No, I'm just saying. But if you think back, they couldn't have possibly had hair. To live in the ocean, especially, they physically would not be able to grow that. They wouldn't be able to grow hair. And that's the thing that a lot of people forget. Because you gotta think about it, if it's a, what is it, a mammal? It's a mammal, right? Or is that a fucking land animal? It's a mammal, a land animal?
It's like a platypus. We don't
Yeah, like that, but that's what I'm saying. You get it?
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. But he was the
You gotta
king.
watch that documentary. That documentary was the
Mermaid
shit.
on Discovery
That
Channel?
shit was the good. That was fucking. I was watching it. I was like, God damn.
Don't make me lose my train of
But I
thought.
love mermaids.
Listen, we're sophisticated. We're getting sophisticated more and more. Why? Where is our consciousness, and why do we have such a strong sense of self and identity? What do we benefit from this structure, this government structure, political structure? It organizes us and it allows us to progress. We work better as a whole than we do as a single person. At least that's how it was when we were first developing in our primal stages of becoming who we are today. Now, the individual has equal amount of power as 100 people back in the Middle Ages. And now we're giving all this power to presidents and kings, and not kings, but parliament or whatever.
Well, there's King Henry and fucking Princess Leia, right? Wait, Princess Leia is from Star Wars, right?
Princess Leia, King Henry, like 200 years ago, what the fuck ever. But that's the point, like, why give all this power to these people? They say it's a democracy, right? They say it's a fucking democracy. Let me tell you, they're lying because, first of all, it's a democratic republic, okay? We vote for people to vote for people. That's not how it's supposed to work. If you want something done, you should be able to put in your voice, your words, and then you shouldn't have to give it to somebody to give to somebody. You give it directly. You get up on a fucking podium and you let everybody know. Because why the fuck does the 1% gotta know if the 1% is not the 99%? They're not the 1% is not living this whole earth, okay? They're not populating this whole fucking earth, okay? If you've got an opinion, if you've got an idea, fuck the opinions. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. If you've got a fucking idea that could change the world, then you get up on a fucking podium and you tell everybody. You don't gotta go through legislative fucking, I don't know, it sounded like a smart word, I don't know what, like laws,
yeah.
Making laws. You don't gotta pass a fucking bill. Like, we don't need that. Today, we need to focus on sciences, physics, chemistry, biology, everything that makes us human. From these fucking amoebas, man. We came from these fucking amoebas. And we need to study that. We need to understand why the fuck we're here. I'm not here to pay $200 on a grocery bill. I'm not here to fucking work at Sears as a merchandiser, working 38 hours a week. Do what? What the fuck? I don't even benefit from it. I get like $400 like every 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with $400 every 2 weeks living in New Jersey? What the fuck? No. What the fuck? No. I want to go to college. I want to study physics. You want to know why I want to study physics? Because it's the laws that govern us. The real laws. Not the political bullshit. Not the shit that tells you which line to go follow. It tells you why we follow lines.
How we bore. Do you know what that means?
How we bore.
How we came to be.
How we came to be.
That's what it means.
And why we're
it's
becoming.
ancient speaking. Sorry, I'm very old when it comes to speaking like that.
Let me tell you, man. And these cigarettes, bro? This is natural selection. Bro, this is natural.
Paul Mallers, motherfucker.
Fucking Paul Mall is not just gonna kill me, man. Listen, I'll tell you why it's natural selection. Species from whatever species you can think of, a fucking camel, they die off, or they haven't died off. Alright, let me give you something. A dodo bird, a fucking dodo bird, alright? Why'd they die off? Something in the environment affected them. You know, it was natural selection. They weren't weak enough. They weren't the fittest. They did not survive. And as humans, we can't all populate the world. There can't be 200 people being born and 100 people dying. There needs to be the strongest live on.
It's balance.
Balance. Cigarettes. We create our own natural selection. That's what government is, pretty much. I mean, we're pretty much putting these standards on people. I don't know where that thought was going. Listen, oh fuck, where the fuck did I go with this? Natural selection. Why?
We create our own natural selection.
We create our own natural selection.
Government.
Government, no, now you're going into the thought I didn't want to get into. Shit. Stop about to intelligence. That is going to be the survival of the fittest. Finding out why we're becoming. The people who are smart are going to be the ones that survive. Listen, I'm going to say it flat out. The ghetto, poverty, it's because they don't have an education and they're there. And I hate to be the one to say it, but I mean, I grew up in a trailer park, so I can say it. If you're gonna be stuck in that lifestyle, not go to college, learn anything, and think that food stamps and fucking working at a welder's shop is your life because you're making good money being an electrician or blue collar workers, you know, we need that, you know, to some certain extent. But if you think that's where your life needs to plateau at, that's not. Because listen to this. Henry David Thoreau, in his book Walden, he says humans need three fundamental things: food, shelter, warmth. When we make a fire, we keep warm. Now, what do we do when we have all those things? Do we make a bigger fire? No, we're gonna fucking burn, motherfucker. No, we're not gonna make a bigger fire and burn. We're gonna take a fire, we're gonna put it on a torch, and we're gonna go explore. Once you have that warmth and you're comfortable, you're gonna take the fire and you're gonna go.
Is that it?
That's all I gotta say. Fucking God! Yeah, that's it. My cigarette burned out. Oh my fucking God.
Okay, say bye.
Fuck this shit.
I said bye, bitch.
What the fuck? It's still not working.
You're such a dildo.